Bing, 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 bong. We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch this. I'm in the bottom corner. Hold on. I fix it. Okay. And your boy? You know what? You already know it. I'm dying. Not feeling good. But we watch Santa. I watched a short of this and it was Jack Black.
The movie begins with a kid named
Blackjack?
Liam sitting alone in his room, listening to his parents' conflicts
Definitely way
over
too loud
Christmas
for me.
tree decorations. While their voices echo
I'm not sure if this
downstairs,
is even allowed.
Liam focuses on writing a letter. Eventually, he heads down to join them, offering compliments on the festive setup and reassuring his mother that Christmas isn't about decoration, but about getting together as a family. Liam mentions working on a letter to
Kinda just
Santa,
goes
but his
against
father,
first
Bill,
statement, no?
questions whether he's getting too old for such things.
I like the
Although his mother
decorations.
tries to
They
soften
don't
the
matter.
moment, Bill remains firm, pointing out that Liam is already struggling to adjust to his new school. Bill believes this makes it even more important for Liam to move past childhood habits.
Liam, you got this.
Still, Liam pushes back,
Who said
insisting
Liam?
he's
We were
fitting
on
in just
TikTok Live
fine.
actually yesterday.
Over the past 3 months, he's made friends, including
This One
Gibby,
Direction.
the
I
most
don't know where
popular
it
kid
is.
in school, whom he occasionally joins for football.
That's right here.
This news brings a smile to his parents' faces, offering them a rare moment of relief. The next day, as Liam and Gibby make their way to school,
I flipped right to the
Gibby
bench.
casually asks what kind of football they usually play.
Gibby.
Then, Liam hesitates before admitting that he made up another story. He told people Gibby
Why
had
they do him
cancer
like that? There's
and was
no
only
way
being
those are
kind to
real,
him because
dude.
of his illness. While walking, they encounter a woman crossing guard who insists on helping them
Why'd they
cross,
do him like
even with
that?
no cars in sight.
Dude, on the live
At
too,
school,
it was so
Liam's
funny, we
attention
were sitting
shifts
here like this,
entirely.
and
His
people would
focus
join.
locks
Dude, we had
onto
like
Emma,
300
the
people
girl
for no
he
reason.
secretly
But we were
admires.
just sitting here like
Gibby
this.
doesn't hesitate to bring him back,
I wasn't saying
telling him
anything.
he has no chance with her.
I thought it was
But
pretty funny.
Liam remains hopeful, pointing out that they share an interest in cats, and that she always smiles at him when they pass each other. Determined, Liam prepares to approach Emma. But the moment he stands in front of her, nerves take
She
over,
Asian?
and all he manages to blurt out is something about cats.
No, I don't.
Desperate to recover, he quickly switches topics
like
and asks
cats?
if she likes Post Malone. To his relief, she does, and they chat about how the singer is
Say
performing nearby.
Congratulations.
Feeling encouraged,
so happy
Liam
we
starts
get
to
on
invite her
to
to a
make
concert, until Aiden, her boyfriend, appears out of nowhere.
It's ass, dude.
Aiden
What kind of
questions what's
movie
going on, suggesting that Liam is hitting on Emma.
This is Jack Black
Flustered,
as Satan.
Liam denies everything,
This is
insisting they were
I
just
swear.
talking about his cat nipples. Confused,
Cat
he
nipples.
walks off, wishing he could transfer to another school. At class, Liam keeps staring at Emma, unable to focus, until the teacher notices his distraction and calls on him. Though Liam insists he's paying attention, the teacher sees right through it. His classmates don't miss the opportunity to poke fun at him, especially about his dyslexia. But before things go too far, Emma speaks up, reminding everyone that even Einstein had dyslexia.
Hold on.
Later, Liam says goodbye,
Hold on,
explaining that he
No,
needs to
it
send
was
his letter to
hesitant.
Santa. Gibby warns him that if he wants to impress Emma, he should start acting more mature. But Liam shrugs off the comment, insisting that writing these letters doesn't hurt
Could have
anyone.
been a sub.
It's something his mom
I
cherishes,
didn't watch
and
the
seeing
movie.
her
We're
happy is
watching
worth
it
it.
at the same time.
Meanwhile, Liam and Molly head out to mail his letter. But when he scribbles the address on the
Like, now no
envelope, he
redemption.
accidentally
No.
writes Satan instead of Santa.
Oh,
As soon as he
that's the
drops it
whole
in the
thing?
mailbox, the envelope starts crackling with energy before vanishing into thin air, reappearing in the depths of the underworld,
That's what
right
happens
inside
when
Satan's
you write.
lair. Later that night, Liam once again overhears his parents arguing. Bill is uncomfortable that their son is too old to still believe in Santa, but his mother insists that he's still just a kid. As Liam sleeps, a supernatural man
Right
flickers
there,
from
he's
inside
like,
his closet.
Santa's not
Assuming
real.
it's just his cat, he groggily gets up, only to wrinkle his nose at an awful stench. But before he can react, a strange figure emerges from the darkness, thanking him for his comment. Panicked, Liam squints at the man and demands to know who he is and what he wants. The man, introducing himself as Satan, claims to have received Liam's letter,
Yeah, we
though he's
scroll around.
confused by the nonsense written inside. Liam mistakes him for Santa Claus. Confused, Satan mutters that he never receives letters, only bizarre notice from insane adults. Meanwhile, Liam stares at the bearded man in front of him. He thought Santa wasn't real, but if he did exist, he certainly
still
didn't
thinks
expect him
he's
to look
Santa,
like a
though.
strange
I think
man.
he-
Liam had mixed up the addresses, and instead
still
of
doesn't
reaching the
know.
North Pole, His letter had taken a swing straight to hell. When Satan asks if he struggles with spelling, Liam ashamedly admits that he does. Afterward, Satan transforms himself into a more traditional Santa outfit. He explains that he wears the disguise to avoid being recognized. Then, with a devilish grin, he offers Liam a deal. Liam hesitates, struggling to decide the wish he has. Then Satan grows impatient. Then he admits he didn't even bother reading the entire letter. Instead of wasting wishes on predictable, noble causes, he urges Liam to think bigger, suggesting something extravagant like a yacht, a helicopter, or even a girlfriend. Afterward, Liam confesses his real wish. He wants Emma to give him a chance. Santa immediately grants it, reminding him that he now has only 2 wishes left. As Santa prepares to leave, Liam asks how he'll know if the wishes are actually working. In response, Santa casually makes his cat start talking and playing basketball before vanishing. Meanwhile, Liam rushes to wake his mother, eager to tell her about Santa's visit. Still half asleep, Molly dismisses it as nothing and urges him to go back to bed. Determined to prove her wrong, he shows her the letter as evidence, but she remains skeptical, offering logical explanations for everything. Frustrated but too tired to argue, Liam changes the subject and asks where his dad is.
This is a hell of a way to
Molly tells him he's asleep on the couch.
consume movies.
The next morning, his
know?
parents are once again at
But
odds.
I like
Bill
this more
insists
than
that
the
their
real
son
movie.
needs to grow up, while Molly wants to preserve what's left of his childhood. Meanwhile, Liam comes downstairs,
where did these
still
people come
buzzing
from?
with
Dear Santa,
excitement and
2024.
confusion as he recounts the bizarre events of the previous night.
The whole
But
time
his
it said
parents
at the
dismiss it all as just a dream. At the school laboratory, Liam catches Emma sneaking shy glances at him. Before he can process what's happening, he hears a tiny voice coming from the classroom's hamster cage. To his disbelief, Santa has now shrunk to a smaller size and is hiding inside. He pushes Liam to act, urging him to approach Emma. When Liam hesitates, Santa threatens to unleash the hamster on him if he doesn't make a move. Finally, Liam goes to Emma, who seems just as nervous as he is.
Like
He
Chinese
stammers out an
food.
invitation to hang out sometime, and she
Hello.
immediately agrees.
Everyone
Encouraged,
likes Chinese
he nervously suggests they go to a Post Malone concert together. Almost backing out at the last
Post
second,
Malone gonna
he
be
gets
in
a
this
final
movie?
nudge from Santa, which gives him the confidence to follow through. Emma then reveals she recently broke up with her boyfriend, saying he wasn't always kind to her. Liam says goodbye, promising to send her the concert details soon. Later, Gibby learns about Liam's plans with Emma. When Liam casually mentions Santa, his friend assumes he must have been dreaming. On their way home, Liam suddenly ducks out of sight when he spots Santa sitting on a bench. But to Gibby, there's no Santa, just an ordinary man. Meanwhile, Liam pulls out his letter, and Gibby immediately notices something odd about the recipient. He points out a glaring mistake, and though Liam initially refuses to believe it, horrified, Gibby departs away, convinced something supernatural is at play. He wants no part of whatever is happening and quickly leaves. The moment Liam steps out of hiding, Satan calls out to him.
Oh?
With an amused smirk, he questions Liam's logic. First, sending him a letter, then accepting his wishes, only to turn around and avoid him. Then, Liam stammers out an apology and hesitantly asks if he's really Satan. Satan reassures him that he is Santa Claus, but after a brief pause, he removes his Christmas hat, acknowledging the unmistakable stench around him, and admits the truth that he is Satan. Satan tells Liam he should consider himself lucky. Unlike Santa, he doesn't just grant selfless wishes.
I thought
He
it
can
was
make
a
any
loading or
dream
something,
come
but,
true,
I mean,
no matter how selfish. Liam, now panicking, tries to slip away by creating a distraction, but Satan sees right through it and freezes him in place. Liam warns that he will scream if touch him. Satan only laughs. Finally, Satan releases Liam and demands that he follow him. Uncomfortable, Liam reveals that standing next to a horned man doesn't exactly make him feel safe. With a casual shrug, Satan removes his horns, as if that should fix everything. Still shaken, Liam desperately tries to explain that this was all a big mistake, that his letter was meant for Santa, and that they should just move on. But Satan refuses. He insists he won't be leaving until all 3 wishes are done. Meanwhile, Satan orders Liam to check his phone and Liam finds tickets to the Post Malone concert. He smirks, reminding Liam that this was part of the deal. Liam, now panicked, tries to return the tickets, offering to call off the agreement entirely. But Satan
like,
refuses. Trying to reason with him, Liam argues that this was just a typo, a simple mistake. But Satan only laughs, mocking the idea that human errors can be erased so easily. He reminisces about how, in his youth, mistakes were settled with a slap. Satan told him there is good news and bad news. The good news is that Liam still has 2 wishes left, and the bad news is that once he uses them, Satan will own his soul. Later, Satan tells Liam that he can refuse to make any more wishes if he wants, but eventually, he'll give in. After all, Satan promises to fulfill every desire, turning Liam into the luckiest person in the world. Liam remains firm, refusing to give in to Satan's offer. His teacher happens to ride by on a bicycle, spotting him on the sidewalk. Recognizing Liam, the teacher stops to chat, but before he can ask too many questions, Satan quickly pretends to be Liam's uncle. The teacher, unimpressed, suggests that this uncle should teach Liam to pay better attention in class. Annoyed by the interaction, Satan discreetly causes the teacher to experience sudden stomach pains. As his teacher rushes to find a restroom, Satan ensures the nearest bathroom is sealed shut, trapping him inside. Afterward, Liam nervously confides in Gibby, explaining everything that happened. He admits he's terrified of accidentally making another wish and falling into Satan's trap. But Gibby, ever the optimist, reassures him that as long as he stays cautious, he won't slip up. When Liam gets home, he plans to ask his parents for permission to attend the concert, but before he can, they introduce him to Dr. Finlan, his new child psychologist. During their session, Liam tells the doctor about his bizarre encounter with Satan, explaining how he initially mistook him for Santa. His parents, however, dismiss his claims entirely. No matter how much he insists he's telling the truth, the doctor ultimately struggles to explain in detail what happens to Liam. Just then, Gibby arrives at Liam's house. To Liam's horror, his parents don't recognize him. Thinking fast, Gibby introduces himself as the football player with cancer, the one their son has befriended. Embarrassed, they immediately welcome him inside. But Gibby quickly explains he came to take Liam to a chemotherapy session. Then, Liam's parents reluctantly agree to let him go. At that moment, Satan appears again, this time claiming to be Gibby's father. He reassures Liam's parents, promising to drive the boys to the hospital and bring them back safely. He even adds a heartfelt note about how important it is for Gibby to spend time with friends. As they head toward the car, Liam confronts Gibby about the cancer lie. His friend, looking ashamed, admits that Satan forced him into it. What's worse, he too was tricked. He hadn't realized that agreeing to this meant they were actually going to the concert. Meanwhile, Satan takes a different approach. He offers Liam advice on how to impress Emma, suggesting that he lie and pretend to be someone he's not.
So he still has
But
2
Liam
wishes?
refuses, insisting that he wants Emma to like him for who he really is. Satan scoffs, warning him that honesty won't get him far. Moments later, Post Malone himself appears, casually walking toward them. To Liam's shock, the singer greets him like an old friend, going as far as to say that Liam was his inspiration for writing music. As if the night couldn't get any stranger, Satan warmly greets Post Malone, and the artist responds just as enthusiastically. Before heading onto the stage, Post promises to dedicate the entire concert to Liam, leaving him speechless. As Post Malone walks away, Liam turns to Satan, completely puzzled. He demands to know what's happening. Then, Satan proudly explains that he put the singer under a temporary spell, making him believe Liam is his greatest inspiration. Before Liam can process this, Satan casually hands Gibby a different ticket. Meanwhile, the concert begins, and as thousands of fans scream and sing along. Then, in the middle of the show, Post Malone makes a shocking announcement. He calls on the person who has inspired his entire career to come up on stage, none other than Liam. Emma stares in disbelief. Liam dreads humiliating himself in front of so many people. But Satan, standing beside him, whispers that everything will go smoothly. Liam decides to step forward and his fears seem to vanish. He hugs Post Malone as if they've known each other, takes the microphone, and boldly dedicates the next song to Emma. As the music plays, he moves with unexpected confidence, completely surprising the audience, including some of his classmates. Liam extends a hand to Emma, inviting her to join him. She hesitates at first, but then steps onto the stage, and together, they dance under the flashing lights. Even Satan, caught up in the moment, decides to join in, much to the delight of the cheering crowd. Meanwhile, Gibby watches from the sidelines.
So funny.
He spots a girl nearby and eagerly tells her that Liam is his best friend, even offering to introduce them. But after taking one look at him, she hesitates and quickly loses interest, leaving Gibby feeling disheartened. As the concert comes to an end, Emma kisses Liam. Later that night, Liam calls Gibby, only to scold him for leaving early. But Gibby admits he got bored. As the conversation shifts, Liam gushes about the unexpected kiss, unaware that his father is listening from the hallway. Alarmed by what he hears, his dad rushes off to find his wife. The two quietly hide behind a door, listening intently as Liam tells Gibby that meeting Satan was the best thing ever happened to him. Sensing something is off, Liam pauses and glances around, feeling as if someone is watching him. But by the time he checks, his parents have already ducked out of sight. Then, he continues his call, admitting to Gibby that he really wants to kiss Emma again. Gibby congratulates him but can't hide his own insecurities.
So they know about
He
the
sighs,
concert?
confessing that no girl ever notices him because of his teeth. His voice drops to a softer tone as he bids Liam goodbye, sounding more defeated than usual. Meanwhile, Satan approached suddenly and asked if Liam had fun. Still excited from the night, Liam nodded and thanked him, especially for helping with Emma. But Satan waved it off, reminding him he wasn't being kind, just granting his wishes. Yet Liam didn't seem as happy as he should be. Then reality hit. After 3 wishes, his soul would belong to Satan. Hesitant, he asked if the deal still stood. With a smirk, Satan confirmed it, swearing on God. The next day, Liam notices Gibby beaming with confidence, though his friend has no idea why. Seizing the moment, Liam invites him to the Christmas carnival with Emma and encourages him to bring a date. That night, the two arrive as they wait for Emma. Liam's worried parents show up, concerned about his recent behavior and fixation on Satan. When Emma arrives, she praises Gibby's new look and tells Liam she still can't believe how amazing the concert was. At the food stand, Liam runs into Satan, who reminds him he still has a 3rd wish. Liam insists he's done and thanks him, but Satan presses. Why hasn't he told Gibby? But Liam brushes it off as a simple act of kindness. Meanwhile, Gibby spots Molly and greets her. Shocked by how healthy he looks, she asks about Liam, and Gibby casually says he's getting corn dogs. When she finds her son, she and Bill pull him into the car, unaware of his date. Afterward, Liam is in a hospital, being examined by Dr. Finkelman. While the doctor discusses treatment with his parents, Satan appears in disguise, offering Liam an escape if he makes his final wish. Liam refuses, even when Satan shows him Emma enjoying with Gibby. Back in the waiting room, Dr. Finkelman reassures Liam's parents that Liam has no brain tumor, but Bill remains uneasy. Then, a nurse rushes in, claiming she saw Liam dancing with Post Malone. Liam's parents dismiss it as delusion, until she plays a video of their son on stage, hanging out backstage with the singer. Back home, Bill attempts to talk to Liam, but Liam lashes out, accusing them of ruining his life, before locking himself in his room. His parents are left heartbroken, realizing they failed to believe him. Bill, filled with regret, admits he should have trusted his son, but Molly reassures him that despite his mistakes, he's still a good father. In his room, Liam receives a call from Gibby, who tells him how much everyone has missed him. But Liam, having already seen them enjoying the carnival without him, feels betrayed. He also recalls how Emma seemed drawn to Gibby's fake illness. While he admits lying about that wasn't right, he stands by his decision to fix Gibby's teeth. Confused, Gibby insists he never wanted to be with Emma, and never asked for a new smile. Frustrated, Liam ends the call. Meanwhile, Liam's parents struggle with what to believe.
Wait, so one of the...
Molly wonders if the devil truly appeared, but Bill insists on staying rational, even though they both know Liam was never much of a dancer. The idea that he suddenly has talent is hard to accept. Bill then accuses Molly of actually believing in the devil, but she fires back, bringing up their lost son, Spencer. Molly is confused that either God or the devil took him, but she also doesn't know who else could have. Bill argues that Spencer's death had nothing to do with God or devil, but Molly tearfully blames herself for letting him play unsupervised. Liam listens as the shouting grows louder. Then he hears Bill's final words before storming out. He's going to stay at his sister's house for a while. Molly responds that Bill leaving is a great idea. Hearing this, Liam quietly climbs out the window and heads straight to the motel, where Satan is casually doing aerobics. On the news, the devil watches as Post Malone claims he has no memory of the concert, despite fans insisting it was one of his best performances. Just then, a knock at the door interrupts him. When he opens it, he finds Liam standing there, ready to make his third and final wish. On the other side, Molly goes to wish Liam goodnight, only to discover his room empty. At the motel, Liam makes his wish. He wants his parents to fall back in love, to laugh together like they used to, though Satan agrees to grant it. With a knowing smirk, he reminds Liam that no matter what, he'll still end up in hell someday. But for now, he should enjoy life, even if it means being selfish. Liam insists that he likes being kind, but Satan sees through him. He knows that deep down, Liam only cares about what others think of him. Liam hesitates for a moment, then softly whispers his final wish. As soon as the words leave his lips, he slams the door behind him, fully aware that he's just sold his soul. Meanwhile, Liam's parents drive around the city searching for their son. During a brief stop, Molly, exhausted and overwhelmed, admits that she doesn't want to fight with Bill anymore. She also blames herself for allowing Liam to believe in fantasies about Santa and the devil. Then, Bill refuses to let her take the blame, not for Liam's behavior and not for Spencer's death. He confesses that he feels responsible because he wasn't home that day. He had gone out to play golf. Molly reassures him that looking for a bit of happiness wasn't a crime. Finally, they acknowledge that the tragedy was no one's fault. Their eyes well up as they apologize, realizing they'd never truly spoken about it, despite needing to for years. As they make up, they spot Liam walking down the street. Liam casually says he just went for a walk. Molly, relieved but composed, gently asks him to get in the car. Bill, as if nothing had ever been wrong, mentions that he'll bake pastries when they get home. The next day, everything changes. On his way to school, Liam starts acting rude to everyone, no more pretending to be nice. When Aiden, Emma's ex, throws an insult his way, Liam finally snaps. Instead of brushing it off, he calls Aiden out, accusing him of being an insecure nobody who picks on weak targets. Liam threatens that he might start picking on someone else. Aiden reacts instantly, punching him in the face. Strangely, the pain makes Liam feel better. At school, Liam, frustrated, snaps at his teacher for always criticizing great books to feel superior, humiliating him in front of everyone. After class, he tries to walk Emma home, but she rejects him. Though she understands why he missed the carnival, she can't overlook how he embarrassed their teacher. She admits she broke up with Aiden looking for something better, but Liam turned out to be a bully. Feeling lost, Liam watches old videos of his brother and family. When Gibby calls, Liam apologizes for assuming he wanted Emma and for fixing his teeth without permission. Gibby forgives him, admitting he suspected it all along. They wonder what happened to Satan, imagining him on his throne. In reality, it's one of his minions. Afterward, the real Satan reveals that Liam's wishes weren't evil. His soul was never truly up for grabs. The minion, who only pretends to be Satan, is stripped of his fake horns. Later, the fake Satan visits Liam, telling him the deal is off and his soul is safe. When Liam asks why, the servant lies, saying he's just not his type for hell. Confused, Liam realizes this wasn't Satan at all. The servant admits he's just a low-ranking demon, now banished. Then, Satan assures Liam he's free to move on, adding that his last wish was never granted, because his parents reconciled on their own. Then, Satan disappears. Afterward, Liam wakes up on Christmas morning to the sound of laughter. He watches his parents happily together, and recalls what he wrote in his letter, "Santa can make any wish come true." When they urge him to check under the tree, he freezes. Unexpectedly, Spencer, his brother, is there, unwrapping presents. Overwhelmed with emotion, Liam rushes to hug him. Bill, in disbelief, spots the pony he wished for as a child, and at the top of the tree, an angel playing guitar catches his eye, filling him with certainty that it is the best Christmas.
What?
Later, Liam calls Gibby, excitedly telling him everything worked out, even getting his soul back. Gibby, in return, shares that he convinced Emma to give Liam another chance by opening up about his late brother. At the end, Liam takes it all in. He realizes something. Through all the chaos, mistakes, and supernatural deals, he got what he truly wanted. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for
The mo-
watching. Oh, it's just the same thing. Whoa.